Riley's wandered off to where I just checked as if I would somehow miss her coming back into the room. To where I do not know, and I figured I'd start talking on a camera, and if she returns, I'll stop talking on a camera, and I will start again when she leaves to take a shower. I have some popcorn in the microwave. Let's do this. I didn't post a video yesterday because it wasn't the end of the weekend, meaning it wasn't the end of the week. So it wasn't a complete week in which I needed to post a video because of Labor Day and me not having classes today, though I did have work, which is why my hair is shoved back into a poofy ponytail so that I can put a hat on and do work. I spent like an hour putting bacon onto these flat tin pans and then putting stacks and stacks and stacks of those pans into a freezer. Like, I sorted out 4 boxes of bacon, and let's just guesstimate that each box of bacon contained like 100 strips of bacon. Like an hour on bacon, you guys. What else did I do this week? I did school. I've now gone to all of my classes, so I guess I have to talk about them, which means I have to try to remember what all of my classes are. Also, my popcorn might be done. I learned a rule for making popcorn to not burn your popcorn. And the rule is that if you're listening to your popcorn pop and more than 2 seconds pass without you hearing a kernel burst, it's done. I'm now going to talk at you while I eat. Okay. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I only have one class. And that class is my only English class this semester. It's English 373B. It's the second part to English 373A, which I took last year. And it's just like a survey of English literature. You just read English literature from date 1 to whatever date they decide is the end of the period. So in 373A, we started with the first text ever written in English, which I mean is Old English, and we can't read that anyway, which is Beowulf. And we went to Tom Milton's Paradise Lost. This class starts with Alexander Pope's poetry in the reign of Queen Anne. I can't remember a date, I just remember it's during the reign of Queen Anne. And then it's going to go up to something vaguely modern. And I will have surveyed all of English literature or something. I like the teacher. He's very funny. And I have that class with Mia. On Tuesdays, I have 3 classes. The first of which is Italian. It's conversational Italian. It stresses me out a little, because I have to be able to speak quickly. I can write fine, because I get to sit and think about what I want to say and how to say it. Speaking? After that, I have Journalism 208, which is the law of journalism, which is relevant for these are the things you can't do so that you don't get arrested while you're investigating a story. And these are the ways you can protect yourself in court if someone tries to sue you for writing a story, and etc. And actually, a lot of journalism majors are just pre-law. So that's a thing. I can't decide if I like the teacher yet or not. One minute he'll be talking and I'm like, wow, what a funny, cool guy. And the next minute I'll be like, wow, what a douchebag. I just keep going back and forth. I have no idea what's going to happen. But the class itself seems The class itself seems vaguely interesting in a history kind of way. And then Journalism 205 is next, which is just an introduction to reporting. And the teacher just seems real strict. Just really strict, you guys. Real strict. And it's always really awkward for me in journalism classes because you do your introductory day and people are like, oh, well, what kind of reporting do you want to go into? Who's your favorite journalist? What issues do you care about the most? Which paper do you read? Or do you read your news online? Do you get it on your phone? Stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to be a reporter. I want to go into publishing. And this is relevant with my English major. I don't watch the news, and I'm just the worst journalism major ever. But now I read the news because this class is making me pay for a subscription to the New York Times, so I might as well use it. And I've read the news every day for like a week. In case you didn't know, the news is this. The entire world sucks. Don't read the news, it's depressing. And then on Thursdays, I have 4 classes, because I have one class that's only once a week. And that class is Journalism 439, the ethics of journalism, which you may laugh. You'd be like, ha 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 ha, Elizabeth, journalists don't have ethics. No, viewers. What you're thinking of right now is lawyers. And basically, it's stuff like, these are the different ethical views you can apply to your writing to try to decide what you yourself are comfortable with and with not writing, and how to treat your subjects and the families of victims and stuff like that in your reporting, to try to still be a human being, but deliver the news to the people, which is like their right to have. And if it's a big issue, people need to know about it. But how do you treat the mother of a shooter who's like shot up a high school or something? With humanity. I don't need to take this class. I know how to be a human being. My ethics of journalism class is taught by the same woman who teaches Introduction to Reporting. And she's super strict. And none of my classes, none of them, are allowing the use of electronic devices in class. So I had to go out and buy notebooks. And I can't take notes on my iPad this semester. And I'm kind of actively angry. Because I'm sorry, old person professor, that you're not with it. But typing my notes and having them on an internet database where I can go into a search bar and search a vocab term and have every page of notes I've typed with that vocab word included in it come up in response to that search is amazing for studying and amazing for writing papers. And just, I'm so upset. This is a pretty long video. But outside of school. Oh, I bit my lip. Outside of school, I hung out we went to Emily and Allie's new house. They had their first people come over to my house thing, as a big group. Everyone involved was from Ballroom. And we lazed around the house for a couple of hours. They don't have seating yet, but they do have gas and, hot water. And they got internet to death. I'm very happy. They have everything they need, really. Who needs chairs? I also obviously spend a lot of time with Chris. And we've watched more Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, and Oda and Kira happened, and Kira doesn't even know because it wasn't really Kira, it was another shapeshifter. And I've never been more angry and more upset. And when I say that, I mean I haven't been so angry and upset since the last time I watched a Doctor Who episode. How dare they, and how long is it going to take for Odo to tell her for realsies that he loves her? He doesn't even think she could ever love him. Odds that's not true. You guys, I cried. If that rant didn't make it clear enough to you that I cried. I shed tears. He has so many self-confidence and self-view issues. I just want him to see himself the way all of his friends see him. DS9, this is not what I signed on for. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it. It's September now. Shows are gonna start coming back on the air. We're gonna have some seasons premieres. And then I'll, rattle off my week to you as quickly as possible so that I can freak out over TV. So look forward to that. This has been my week, and this has been my face. Goodbye.